Hello everyone, it's episode 25 of my blind RS3 Ironman playthrough. Going over the agenda for today, we're still working on quests and dailies, weeklies, and monthlies. Last episode I was training combat stats before the necromancy nerfs. Those have already happened as of this episode, so no more combat training for now. Also just doing Archglacier all the time for money. It's really easy money, and it's completely AFK. It's even more AFK, I think, than Kraken in Old School. The first task I'm going to be focusing on here is completing the Wanted quest to unlock the White Knight Daily Shopscape. You can get a lot of very cheap components from that shop, so it's worth getting it as soon as possible. Let's get to the episode. Finally finished with all my dailies and weeklies. I'm close to being out of time here. I kind of want to do Wanted first, and I can start benefiting from the daily Shopscape right away starting tomorrow. So I'm going to do Wanted out of order really quick, and then we'll do Underground Pass barely out of order if I've got time for it. Looks like I have to do Recruitment Drive first. Never mind. I'm pretty sure this is... Oh, really? They kept the Makeover Mage. I think they improved that in Old School RuneScape. That's surprising. I would have thought that would have already been fixed in RS3. As far as I know, this is the same as it was in Old School, so I will not be commenting too much on it. All right, popping over to the Makeover Mage for this quest. Oh, that's kind of cool. It doesn't cost you anything. Right on. All right, starting the quest here. Working through this here, it looks like it's exactly the same as Old School. Classic puzzle here with the chicken, the fox, and the grain. Once again, I love that they didn't even try here. That the fox is just like clipped through your arm. Amazing. All right, this is the No Man Can Defeat Me one, which I think I talked about this in my Old School RuneScape playthrough, that this is a cool idea for a quest. Like, it's a really cool puzzle concept, but if you're playing as a female character already, it's a non-puzzle. You just kind of walk in here and win, and it's not clear why. It's kind of amusing. They clearly expect that the player is playing as a guy, right? I think that's it for Recruitment Drive. Yeah. All right. Quest complete. Well, apparently changing here also broke my face, so I gotta go fix that. I think I misunderstood. I thought that the skin color changing was only promotional, but that's just like fancy skin colors, so a little bit less olive skin than I was before. This could automatically change my shoes, which is kind of annoying. I don't want those shoes. Wonder if it just re-rolls it every time I swap. Gives me a random character every time. All right. Yeah, whatever. That's fine. That can be me now. All right. Doing Wanted real quick. I think, again, it's the same. So I'm just going to blast through it real fast. Tracking down Soulless Delgar. I think you get some items out of this that could be useful to a restricted iron. I haven't done this quest yet on my chunk account in Old School, so I'm paying attention to what it gives me. Got that this quest doesn't let you advance the dialogue on your own. It just advances automatically. So it's pretty slow going. I'm not going to have time for Underground Pass today. Try really hard to do it tomorrow, though, before I do my Guthix caches. Wow, I went to go, start recording and instantly killed him. All right, here we go. He just murdered, 20 people. This is kind of a cool quest, despite being slow to move through. Yeah, he died instantly. Quest complete. 5,000 Slayer XP, access to the White Knight Armory. Now I have to go murder Black Knights. Best way to do that would be to have a cannon, which I don't have, so I'm just going to do it manually for a bit to try to get a little bit of equipment off of him. I have a little bit under an hour to play here, so I want to at least be able to buy a few things to disassemble. All right, this would be way better if I had a cannon. I do have access to the Oldak coil now, but I don't know if I'm allowed to make cannonballs until after doing the Dwarf Cannon quest. So I might do that next time, we'll see. I'm just gonna try to click things and get kills here. I'm not super worried about it. Got a free medium casket from a penguin that spawned here randomly. All right. Constitution 88. Might want to come back here not on melee, just because it's annoying to track everybody down. Just probably sit in the middle and mage everybody from distance safely. Yeah, I decided to come back with the Carol set rather than magic, since I actually need to train range and don't really care as much about magic, and it's a lot better. I can just kind of stand still and benefit from some AoE a little bit more. I'm just going to sit here until I have to prep for stream. I have about 25 minutes left, so we'll see what rank I get to, and then I'm just going to buy everything from the shop. I'm almost out of money, so I think tomorrow I'm going to have to AFK Archglacier for a bit to pay for my dailies again. Before I do Underground Pass, but hopefully I can get up early enough to time everything so that I can do Underground Pass, maybe do a couple more elf quests like Regicide and the Lake, and only then do my Guthix caches. Actually, Archglacier might be the thing that I just want to AFK while I'm working on my Chunkman account. because I can just like sit there and just accrue money for a really long time. And there might be some interesting drops that I otherwise want to report on. And I'll almost certainly get some like magic level ups and the like. But it's brainless, and that's what I want, is brainless, and possibly saving myself from having to interrupt what I'm doing to grind for money in the future. Oh, there's ranged 81. It's good. That's that combat ability I was going for. I think it's only dual wielding though. So I've done this challenge a couple times, both on my main and on leagues a couple times in old school RuneScape, and it takes forever, even with a cannon. But you have so much AoE nonsense and deal so much damage with ranged, even after the nerfs for necromancy that came in today. I'm already adept. There's only one rank above that, which is master at 1300. I would just sit here and finish out the remaining 500 kills to get the master so I can be done with it forever. Definitely don't need to wait till I have a cannon or aggression potions for anything. It's just maybe another 40 minutes or so of relatively attentive Black Knight clicking. But I do have enough that the shop should be stocked with the white plate body and kite shield and things, which is the main thing I was looking for. So I'm going to pop out, buy those, disassemble them, and then I got to pop out the prep for stream. Now, like I said, I think that starting after today, most of my RS3 focus is going to be just on dailies until I finish my Chunkman cycle, which is probably going to take a couple weeks. So I won't be touching necromancy for a little bit until that's done. I might go ahead and try to squeeze out Underground Pass tomorrow so that I can start bottling Guthix caches. That would be great. Probably should have done this way earlier in the playthrough. People were recommending White Knight gear, but I was like, I don't want to do 2 quests and kill 1300 Black Knights, not realizing how trivial it would be. Although maybe it's only so trivial because I just spent all that time grinding range to 81 and, you know, getting the Carol set and all that fun stuff. Yeah, this is going to add a pretty significant additional burden on my daily GP for Shopscape. Even just buying 10 white plate bodies is like 38k, so you might need to be careful with which of these items I get. Maybe only the things that cost less than 1,000 right now. All right, so something interesting about this whole situation is that this shop restocks like in like 10 minutes. It fully restocks. So I probably don't actually need to make this a daily. And in fact, since this gives virtually all of the same components that I normally get from Black Knight's equipment, I can probably stop buying those out and only do this once I get to master rank anyway. So that'll likely be my plan. I won't make this a daily. I'll just do it as like a GP dump whenever I need components for something. And I'll save myself some hassle going forward on Black Knight equipment. I'll delete most of those. All right, it's the new day. I did a little bit of Archglacior on my phone because it's pretty easy to do. And got a Crystal Triskelion, so I'm gonna go for the Dragon Pickaxe. I think it's like very unlikely to happen. I was trying to look into like practical drop rates for Ironman, and it's like significantly less than 1 in 100, but it would still be really cool to get it. I do have enough money to last me through my Shopscape for today, so thank you, Archglacior. All right, come on, big money, give me some good here. Oh my god, that's the same thing I got last 2 times. All right, so I got to do dailies, and then I'd like to do Underground Pass so that I can start doing divination over in the Poison Wastes. And then I'm going to be playing pretty much daily only for a couple weeks here as I work on my chunk account. I got really used to the way my character used to look, and then after doing Wanted or Recruitment Drive, and it's screwing up my my character from the Makeover Mage, I'm going to try to just revert it to what I was previously. My character looks like uncomfortably pale, like he's sick. All right, that's much better. I look less like a scary, sick, pale version of myself. Picking up the Storm Barn expansion. Should really badly need bank space. I just got a bunch of extra bank space from the Necromancer release, but I'm sure that's all going to go away once I actually start training Necromancer. So I have to be a little tactical with my use of time today. I'm going to see what Reaper task I get, but I might delay it. Okay, I can't do Hellweir yet. I'm not powerful enough. Oh hey, it's let me pick a task. That's pretty cool. Man, I can't do most of these. I want to take a task that's going to be minimally annoying. I guess the shortest one is probably Chaos Elemental. Archglacior is definitely the easiest of these. Yeah, I'm just going to do that just to minimize time used. That's fine. So when I took Reaper's Choice over the Slayer XP bonus from Reaper points, I was not super certain that it was a good idea, but I didn't realize that you got the chance to roll Reaper's Choice every time you re-rolled, which I think pretty significantly reduces the chance that I'll have to completely skip Reaper for a day. I basically have, I think, what amounts to close to a 50% chance to get a chance to pick my own task before running out of Reaper point re-rolls. Task complete and Slayer 68. Let's go do Underground Pass. So apparently a combination of the tool belt and the power creep in RS3 means that this quest is significantly less scary than it is in Old School. It is very scary in Old School. In fact, it's probably one of my favorite quests in Old School just because it's like iconically difficult and has some absolutely bizarre puzzles. And you're in there for so long that you're not sure if you're going to succeed or not. And then they make you do it again in Regicide. But it looks like it's basically the same as Old School, so I might just pop in to comment on like different models and that kind of a thing. I guess I already accepted Underground Pass when I completed the previous quest, so off to go start it up here. I'm only skipping one quest in the order to do this. The next one after Jungle Potion and the Grand Tree was Shiloh Village. It's kind of wild to me how early this quest was released, because I think this is probably the most ambitious one to date, from 2001, 2002. I love how silly this is too. Like, oh, there's this swamp, but you can go around it by climbing over these rocks, whatever. Wow, this is like barely visible. I'm so used to RuneLite highlighting things like this. Like you have to click exactly in that area to be able to see this. It's crazy. I just misclicked it. Oh my god. That's crazy. Oh man, I fell when I used that rope. I don't think I've ever fallen there before. It sets you all the way back to the beginning when that happens. Yikes. Fortunately, I've only ever done this quest with like 70 or higher agility, but I wonder if weight is causing an issue here. This one went pretty well. I think on my main account, the first time I came here, I just walked along the center and that happened to be the right path. This unicorn puzzle is like so iconic and one of the weirdest things in any video game. It's bizarre. I'm gonna murder this poor thing. Well, he's dead. He's dead. I like the idea that you're like going insane in this quest, which is why you murder these paladins. Oh, look at the like tomb over here is pretty cool. It's still really goofy that you like pour the dwarf alcohol on here in order to light it on fire. Yeah, I think RS3 unfortunately completely undercuts the intensity of this quest through the tool belt alone. I didn't even bring a Beast of Burden, but like all the combat changes and everything, like this quest is legitimately pretty scary, intense when you do it on a main in OSRS. I guess they would have to like do things to force it to feel the same way, right? Like they did with Jad, force changing the mechanics. Never fell outside of the very beginning of the quest, so that's pretty cool. I think we got it. So teleport me out now, I think. I'm not sure if it's gonna let me like pop outside here to get the lodestone, or if I'm gonna come back during Regicide. I guess we'll see. I'm gonna have to come back. Okay, that's fine. All right, this should be quest completion, then I'm gonna start up Regicide here. Ooh, I might be a little in trouble if I'm trying to make the next Guthix cache to bottle it. Apparently I need to have a messenger show up to offer me Regicide, which could take up to 10 to 15 minutes, so hopefully I don't get screwed over here. All right, got the message while I was AFK. I've got 40 minutes, technically less than that, because I need to be able to get out. I need to get enough energy to activate the Memorial to Guthix. I probably should just accept that I might not be able to make this in time, and I'll have to only bottle one boost for today. It seems like Regicide is made like insanely easier by the fact that you get a lodestone partway through the quest, whereas the old school version basically like, okay, go through it 2 more times. Well, the elves here look pretty cool. My understanding is that they take the elf story in a different direction in old school RuneScape. I guess there's like a musician here to refill your run energy, but I wish that didn't spawn until after this quest, because this whole place is still like extremely scary at this point in old school. I think once I activate this lodestone, I'm good to go. I just need to get enough energy for the engram, and maybe I can do it before... There we go. Tyrannon lodestone. Yeah, I need to get enough energy to be able to do the Memorial to Gothic step to be able to bottle caches, and I have 30 minutes to do it, so I'm gonna try to work on it. Making a boon of incandescent energy first. I can do that now. So I thought the lodestone would be good enough, but I guess it's not. I guess I'm not gonna make this Gothic's cache. I think I have to continue Regicide to get further inside here. Okay, am I allowed to just walk here? I don't know if this was like blocked before underground pass or something, but this has just been accessible via a bridge the whole time. That's funny. Okay, well maybe I can get the ability to bottle the Gothic's cache before it's too late. Let me try. There's a lot of people here. Pretty cool. Probably end up finishing Regicide anyway since I made so much progress on it. The Dragon Halberd sounds like it's decent for training, depending on how much they nerf the Abyss with the recent update. I think I need 150 energy, and then I have to very quickly go deal with the Stone of Joss engram. Oh, on the plus side, this is much easier to get to than the level 90 Wisps, which are, since I haven't completed the quest, it gives you the shortcut from Menaphos into Sophonem, like a 5-minute walk. This is much, much quicker than that. I guess people are just using overflow abilities here basically constantly, which is kind of cool. Right, I'm not going to worry about it right now because I need to make sure I have the resources to bottle the cache. Gonna go crazy if I was able to access that the entire time. Oh, there's the engram I need. Got it. That's fine. Charge the engram, and then I just have to go turn it in, I think. So if this ends up working out, I'm gonna try to only do Gothic's caches at multiples of 3 hours to bottle as many of these buffs as possible before 99. I hope to never do Gothic's caches again after 99. That would be great. All right, turning on stored power. I made it just in time. Benefits from completing a cache will be bottled for later use. Perfect. All right, I'm gonna get to enjoy the benefit of bottling my cache boost for the first time ever. Oh, that's so nice. Okay. Hopefully I can just stack a bunch of those up. Okay, so I'm done with my dailies. It's time for me to start working on my chunk account in old school RuneScape. Like I said, that's gonna be about a couple of weeks where I'm just doing dailies in RS3. I like to do something productive in the meantime. I'm gonna see if I can reset my rune metrics drops here. I think that's possible. I don't know where I go to do it. Here maybe? Clear log, yes. Okay, that way, what I'm probably just gonna do is AFK Archglacier the whole time. Not really any exciting drops, and the XP is pretty bad, so yeah, I will likely get some level ups, but not a ton of level ups. I'm just gonna end up doing it on a different machine from the machine I'll be recording the chunk man on, so I won't be able to record any of it, but I'll use the drop tracker that I just set aside to show you everything that I got from it, hopefully. I guess that might get mixed in with Reaper tasks from dailies and that kind of a thing, and I'll summarize my level ups. I'm going in there with melee. I'm going to try to get strength to 80, and then I'll keep focusing on other melee stats. Hey, I'm doing some quick recording for my dailies, doing stuff in the player on farm. Just a couple things to note here. Wanted to show you drops so far. I got 1 strength level and maybe a hit points level, but yeah, drop tracking has been working just fine, as long as I don't do any other content, I guess, other than my Reaper task. But the main reason I wanted to come in here was to say that I think I have everything I earnestly care about from the farmer's market, finally, that I would need beans for, at least for my current farming level. I have all the trait boosts, I got the expanded storm barn. I actually have enough storm barn space that I don't have extra animals lying around in my bank. So I will pick up the second expansion, but it's not like super crucial for me at the moment. What I think I'm going to start trying to do, I really want to get some zygomites that don't need to be fed because it takes forever to get the Mortmire fungus to feed them, and I'd rather be getting that Mortmire fungus for training Herblore. So I'm going to save any of the zygomites I get that have 3 traits and try to get them with Studley. I think it's Joyful and Immune is a way to make sure that they never need to eat, which would be great. So I'm not going to go too insane. It's only 300 beans per reroller, but I'm going to leave myself a decent amount of beans left over for the Trapper and other things. I think this lets me pick 1 trait to reroll. Yeah, so we're going to keep Immune. Reroll Genetic Inferiority. All right, and I feel like this is going to take a while, but if I can get all of my Zygomite pairs to have this, it's going to be really helpful. I got Jovial Immune and then ran out of beans, so you need Joyful for it to really not need any food. So I'll keep working on it. Got a couple of these Crystal Triskelions too from Archglacier. I wasn't sure if I was allowed to have more than 1 in my bank, but it turns out I can. And I think I'm going to not care too much about stacking clue scrolls anymore. It's really trivial for me to get to 25 medium clues in the Abyss whenever I want to. And I think it's pretty easy to get tons and tons and tons of elite clue scrolls just from doing Arch Glacier and turning in these keys, so I'm not going to let it affect my play scaffolding, otherwise I would lose my mind, I think. All right, I get 2 chances. What do we get? That, I really don't want to get that one ever again. I don't like it. Okay. Nothing good. Should get a runecraft level here. I still do my body runes every day. I don't know why I bother. It's such a small amount of XP. 53 runecraft. Oh, apparently my audio is messed up. All right, I'm effectively done with my dailies. I just have Reaper left if I can even get a task here. The Twin Furies. I have no idea what that is, and I assume that I can't do it. Let me see. I have an easy way to check if the Ironman guide says it's medium or hard. It's probably too much. I have to get KC to fight them. Level 80 range is required to face them. Oh, I don't... My range is ass. I'm gonna say no. Can't do Rex Matriarchs. Now I get to pick, so you know what I'm picking. Arch Glacier and get on with it. Oh, I should add, I didn't get a chance to record this because this is while I was doing my Chunkman account. So I'll show you my bank later, but I reviewed my charms that I have because it suddenly occurred to me, like, maybe I should use the Charming Imp here to eat some charms. You know, do I still need gold and green charms? And unfortunately, no. Apparently, the very last thing you make with gold charms in an Ironman is Spirit Terrorbird pouches, and then you never make them again. So I could have been eating gold charms with the Charming Imp for all that Abyss training, and I missed out on it. Also, green charms, I'm only going to need like a few thousand to get to 99 from 70. So I already have more than enough in my bank. So I've set the Charming Imp to start eating those charms from now on, which should increase I might get a couple passive summoning levels out of that. We'll see. All right, I'm almost done with my dailies. I'm about to get a farming level here. Then I'm gonna go back to doing something AFK while I work on my, there it is, farming 89. Do something AFK while I work on my junk account. I'm still working on trait re-rolling the single Zygomite. I was able to get Jovial, Studly, and Immune. I need to get Joyful, Studly, and Immune, so I'm gonna keep working on that. I think Joyful would still be fine. It would keep it 50% happiness, but we want to be 100% happiness. Time to get back on my chunk account. Yesterday I did Arch Glacier. Today I'm going to try to do wood cutting, I think. I just want to see what the difference in like attention level is. Okay, I'm back for some wood cutting that I did while working on my chunk account. I got 2 wood cutting levels. We went from 75 to 77. I'm getting pretty close to level 12 on the Dragon Hatchet, which is when I'll siphon it. I'm popping over here just to comment that I'm very close to getting this Port District upgrade to level 8, finally. Some people are probably screaming, why are you getting Menopause Reputation without the quests that increase the rate of gain? Because I'm stupid, that's why. But once I get to level 8, I think I'm going to want to switch to fishing because the extra catch rate should let me build more reputation faster. So I think my plan is as soon as this hits 8, I'm going to stay on it until my hatchet gets to level 12, I'll siphon it, and then we'll fish until Imperial District gets to 8 as well, which is probably going to take an extremely long time, to be honest. Hey, there it is, the Port District skilling boost. I got a long ways to go until level 12 on the Dragon Hatchet, but I just want to finish that out. Hey, it's woodcutting 78. I'm just staying on here until I finish getting my level 12 hatchet. Getting pretty close. I'm hoping this project is going to more or less solve my simple parts problem for the foreseeable future. All right, there we go. Finally got level 12 on the Dragon Hatchet. I'm going to go siphon it, and then we're going to switch to fishing, and that's what I'll do from now on while I'm working on my chunk account. Okay, siphoning this guy should be another 378,000 invention XP. It's not as good as I was expecting, but still pretty good. Invention 72. So lets me make an alchemizer, which might be good. Converts deposited items into gold. All right, starting fishing here, and the best thing about fishing is that I get to disassemble the entire fishing rod at level 10. I don't have to wait all the way till level 12 to siphon it, because I can just recraft one. Got Imperial level 3, I believe. Hopefully this will just burn through pretty quickly here. Just the extra catch rate is very noticeable. I think I get one almost on every single legal tick. Of course, it's not happening now that I'm talking about it. Another archaeology level from a Guthix butterfly. I really need to like actually level archaeology. This is probably the skill I least want to be getting Guthix butterfly XP. Oh, wow. I just heard some, like, fireworks. I was like, what the hell are the fireworks? I guess I got the fishing pet. Right on. Bubbles. You have unlocked the pet Bubbles. Cute. Fishing 84. I think 85 is a pretty significant level up, since that's going to let... it'll make it more likely to get these sailfish from swarm fishing. I said I was going to switch to doing this when I'm working on the chunk account, but I don't think I'm actually going to do that because you have to bank way more frequently. With the wood box, you can kind of stay at the node for much longer. It's quite a bit less attentive. So I'll likely switch back to wood cutting, but I'm going to stay on this until I get to item level 10 on the fishing rod. Okay, just hit level 10 with the fishing rod. I'm going to go ahead and just fully disassemble it. I'll go make a new one, and I'm going to switch back to wood cutting. Probably be, it might not quite be a level up. I guess we'll see. It was not. All right. 450k is no longer enough XP to get an invention level. It's going to be pretty rough from here on out. 10 million in. Wow. I'm close to what would be 99 in another non-elite skill. That's actually pretty amusing. This is the most XP I have in any skill. I have 9 million in divination. I'm going to go ahead and discover the alchemizer, and it looks like I will get the level up from that. Lots of XP from discovery. 73 invention. I do get God Wars Dungeon components at 74. I don't know how much that matters because I don't think that I'm going to be able to like disassemble them myself. Honestly, I don't think any of these matter until 78, and that's a really long ways away. All right, I'm still working on some of the port upgrades here. I'm going to pick up the renovated bar, and I still need to save a ton of bamboo for some of these other upgrades here. Oh, I guess I need to go back to slate for a bit for the refurbished bar. Okay. Yeah, I need like 3,000. I don't even know if I want the workshop. I think the Fort 4 and 3 has basically superseded it. Should get this first, so I have to get up to 1,000 bamboo. It's got another Imperial District level up. Long ways to go until level 8. But we got teleport tablets now, I guess. Pretty funny. I got a dragon impling to spawn while skilling, and it dropped a dragon longsword, which I think is completely useless at this point, but it's still kind of neat. I'm just getting the Imcondo fragment just in case it affects me getting more pieces of it. All right, come on, Reaper tasks. Nope. Can't do Hellweir. Thank you. Yes, I would love that. Got another effigy. This one is thieving and construction. I should be able to get thieving out of it, but that might be a waste because of the XP rates on thieving being so nutty. We'll see. I'm just going to bank them for now. Hey, it's a new day. I got another piece of the Imcondo hatchet after getting to 80 woodcutting. So made a decent amount of progress while I was working on my chunk account. I need to get out of here fast because it's almost time for the Gothic's cache. All right, I have enough resources to get the renovated lodgings. I'm going to pick that up here. Let's see what the next tier is. I need a lot of bamboo. I'm just going to have to spend a bunch of time on bamboo, I think. Let's see what my Reaper task is here. No. Really amusing. Sick. Man, that's like 4 days in a row I've been able to do Archclay Sword. Perfect. Hey folks, it is the weekend and a new day, so I have a whole bunch of daily crap I have to do as always. But I wanted to point out that my progress so far, I've gotten 15 summer pies as a drop from a dragon impling that can spawn in here. One of each colored egg. Which I was like, what are these for if there's no Karen? Apparently you can get pets with them. And I was like, okay, whatever. I don't care about pets. But I guess having these pets gives you protection in the God Wars dungeon. So specifically the red one, the Zamorak egg, I'm going to try to grow that because having Zamorak protection would be outstanding. Since I guess for getting gear for necromancy, you need to kill Krill like 500 times, which is interesting design to say the least, but whatever. I also got to 82 woodcutting and 40 archaeology. One of the consequences of getting to 82, I guess technically 81 woodcutting, was I can now make a totem of navigation, which reduces the time for my player-owned port voyages to complete, and I should almost certainly do that because that's one of the main activities that I'm doing like all the time right now. So I will likely head out and do that once my dailies are done. You know, who'd have thunk that this is an incubator that you can put eggs into? So I'm going to put the Zamorak egg in here. It'll hatch after a while. Cool. Probably not going to get lucky on the woodcutting outfit. It would be really nice to get the full Sentinel outfit and see how many I have. It's maple, and I think that's my first ever willow piece. So yeah, this isn't great. I have 2 willows, 3 maples, 2 oaks. All right, working through my dailies, picking up my Reaper task. I don't think I mentioned earlier that I also got 40 archaeology from Guthix butterflies. I really just need to sit down and grind out archaeology for a little bit. I can't use the Dragon Maddock or the auto screener until 70 anyway, so I may as well grind out 70, but I don't know, something's just keeping me from picking it up. I think it's that it's like AFK, but it's not something I want to do on my phone or do without recording, because there's a lot of little interesting things that happen along the way that I'd like to record. I'll get to it at some point. Oh man, I've been really lucky with this. This is like 5 days now in a row where I could pick Archglacier. Thank you. I might stay there for like an hour or so. I'm starting to run low on my cash stack. I can throw on the Vampirism Aura. All right, my last thing to do here is this Archglacier task. I said I was gonna stay here for a couple hours, but I actually have a bunch of other mini projects that are popping up. I'm only going to be working on Bonfire Man, my chunk account, on the weekdays, I think. So I'll use weekends to still do RS3 activities. I think once I get these kills in for Reaper, I would like to work on some of my other side projects. So just to tell you what they are here, I need to finish killing Black Knights because I am buying out the White Knight shop once a day. And there's a whole bunch of items that I can't buy right now without maxing that out. And I think it only take like 30 minutes. I have to get a bird nest necklace. I should have gotten this a really long time ago. I probably could have gotten it a really long time ago if I had gotten lucky and gotten a rabbit's foot from the rabbits that I started my player on farm with, but I didn't. So to get that necklace, I have to complete the Eagle's Peak quest out of order, which I think I'm fine with. I need to get Irit seeds because there is a there's a medium farming request to give another livid plant. And it really sounds like Livid Farm is horrible content. So I should get as many livid plants from that as I can. It requires 14 Irit seeds. I currently have 5, and they're not sold from Vinesweeper. So to get those, I'm going to have to pickpocket a Master Farmer. To do that, though, I want to have the buff from Memorial to Gothics unlocked that gives me the extra fragments whenever I'm pickpocketing. So currently I don't have room for that, along with the other buffs that I have equipped. So I may need to finish Memorial to Gothics. I guess if you completely do it and then Prestige, it gives you an extra slot for buffs to have turned on. And now I should be able to do that because I'm 95 Divination and can access everything else. There's also a buff in the Hall of Memories proper that I can get that gives you more energy for harvesting memories, harvesting energy. I'm going to need to do that anyway. I think that's the one that's at 95 Divination. I should do that before I do any active energy harvesting, which I'll have to do more of at some point. I'm stocking up the Gothics cache bottles for, extended grind, where I just gather energy for like several days or something to cover me on invention for the foreseeable future. So one of those projects, once I finish this Reaper task, I'm going to pick one of them and start working on it, and I'll try to get as many done this weekend as I can. Slayer 69, nice. Okay, so of the tasks I listed, I think the most time-pressing one is to get the Irit seed. So to do that, I'm going to need to get all of the engrams for Memorial to Gothics, and then I need to Prestige, so I'm gonna do that really fast. All right, just picking up all these engrams. I think I can only Prestige once because I haven't done the World Wakes, and that's necessary to collect some of these to Prestige again later. Getting so much archaeology XP from Gothics butterflies. Here's the fairy engram. Got archaeology 41 from these butterflies. Just been picking these up. They're not super interesting. They just happen to be on the ground at a bunch of locations. The World Gate one. The last one I might need. I don't think I need to do Tears of Gothics to get the Tears of Gothics engram. I'll try it. But I need to get that one, and there's one just north of Falador over here. Oh, this one's cheeky. It's inside the Standing Stone. I kind of like that. All right, here's the last engram. So I think I just take all of these in. I charge them all. I should be able to Prestige, and then I just have to get the ones that I plan to use again, and I should be good. Oh right, I need energy for all of these before I do anything, so let me just review the table for that. Probably have a lot of the energy I need already. I'm just gonna withdraw all my energy and then go out to track down whatever it needs me to track down, I guess. I had enough energy lying around to charge several of these, but I need to get gleaming, glowing, and sparkling energy, so I'm just gonna do that real quick. Probably should have left myself some inventory space for this, but I got enough gleaming energy to charge one of these. Okay, then I need sparkling, which I think is Relica. I finished getting enough energy, I should be able to charge this last engram. Go turn them in for real now. Right, I think I have to talk to Orla about all these. Oh, well, just got 96 divination. That's fair. It actually gave me a shitload of divination XP. I'm a good chunk of the way to 97. Didn't even think about doing that. I guess now is as good a time as any to get a whole bunch of extra divination XP. Since once I finish doing Guthix caches, it's not going to matter anymore, right? I really don't care about XP beyond 99 at all. Okay, I have them all set up now, so I think I right-click Prestige. Small amount of divination XP, severs the connection between all the charge engrams. You'll be able to charge engrams again to unlock additional reward slots. All currently active bonuses remain. Okay, Prestige. 39k divination XP. That gave me another butterfly. Okay, so I think I just want to go grab the ones I already have. I don't even know if I need to do that, to be honest. Yeah, because it keeps me with stored power and Decree of Mortality. So I would just have to go get the pickpocketing one to turn that on. Okay, turning in this charged engram. Yep, that's a good chunk of divination XP. I assume that scales to your level, so waiting to do it until this late was probably actually the right call. I'm tempted to do all of the... I can do all of them except the one from the World Wakes, so I'd be able to get 11 times 66k XP, which is... That would get me to 97. That would make Guthix caches count for more. I might come back to that. Right now I want to get my Irit seed, since that's time gated, for the medium task to get another livid plant. I keep coming back to this well and utterly forgetting how bad it is. Like, the drop rate for herb seeds is so bad from master farmers in this game. It's crazy because in like old school RuneScape, you pickpocket these guys for an hour and you are pretty set on herb seeds for a long time. But I don't know, there must be somewhere else for irons to get Irit seeds. I guess I could technically do nature implings. I think actually most of the Irits I have are probably from nature implings. Those are slightly more reasonable for me to directly pursue in Puro Puro, just because of that's the basic rare impling that spawns. So there's always like 3 or 4 of them. So I could try just spam hopping. I'd have to catch like 100 of them on average to get the number of Irit seeds I need. So it ends up being a question of, is it worth the time savings it would create for a livid farm? I don't know. Okay, I have given up trying to get Irit seeds from normal sources. I'm just going to fight these exiled Kalphite guys. These are just north of Menaphos. They have a somewhat reasonable drop rate for Irit seeds. I already have the one. So I'm just going to go for that and see if I get lucky. I'm likely going to continue doing something on my phone here in a second. I'm not going to be able to record, so if I do that, I'll just stay here until I get 9 Irit seeds. I got enough Irit seeds from doing those exiled Kalphites that I can now do this medium task. I also wanted to show you drops. Here we go. I AFK'd Archglacier for a little bit, so it's kind of a review of how we're doing with that. I now have 4 ancient effigies that I don't think are ever going to matter for this account, and maybe I should just throw them out. But we'll see. Maybe I'll do that if I run out of bank space. I also got a single strength level. I'm still working my way towards 80 strength. Yeah, so here's that medium request. 14 Irit seeds, 23 limpwort roots, and a crystal chinchampo, which I do have. Just going to turn that in here. Beautiful. My understanding is that each of these plants saves you like over 10 hours at Livid Farm, so that was definitely worth it. All right, wrapping up dailies. I cannot continue my... it's now a 5-day streak of Archglacier. I'm gonna get... Oh, no, I sure can. This has been a really great unlock. I think it's supposed to only be like a 10% chance, but I think the fact that you get to re-roll into it makes it much more likely that you're gonna see it. I'm gonna do that real quick, and then I'm gonna try to work on some of my projects I mentioned. Over here, AFKing Archglacier to get some work done this morning, and I just got a Chaos Die reroll token. No idea what that is. I'm gonna look it up now. Well, that's gonna burn some space in my bank for a while. It's a really rare drop from this guy, and it gives you an extra reroll on Zamorak's loot, which I don't think I'm gonna be fighting Zamorak for a very long time. Just hit Strength 79. I'm chewing, sorry. Wow, I just got a second Chaos Die reroll token. Apparently that's like insanely rare. That was only within a couple kills of the last one. All right, I got 2 Triskelion keys. Let's see if I get lucky here. I'm just gonna assume I'm not gonna get lucky from now on. A bunch of seeds. All right. Oh, Kalphite tree seeds. Those are pretty good. You know, I should probably start growing tree seeds more. I have the necessary items to protect them. Maybe I'll start working on that. All right, I think I'm finally done with dailies for today. I'm gonna go do a couple of my other side projects here. One thing I'm gonna do is recharge all of my engram, except the ones I can't get to from the World Wakes. That might get me another divination level, which would make Guthix caches count for more. And then I think I'm going to go kill Black Knights. I want to get the best White Knight equipment shop that I can. Actually, before I go and do engrams, let me go finish up the memory bots in the Hall of Memories, because that'll let me get more energy per harvest, which will make the engram charging slightly faster. All right, so I have to do luminous memories first, which I'll go ahead and do now. That's fine. Let me pop on the community divination world. All right, I finished the memory storage bot for the level 90 memories. I'm gonna go turn those in now. Increase memory gain from harvesting from faded memories, which I don't know when or why you would bother with that. Here we go. Incandescent memories, let's go. All right, I ended up doing a ton of this just because people keep activating the center thing, which I think is pretty decent XP. I'm gonna turn all these in. I don't know if I'm gonna quite get a level up from it, but we'll see. Yeah, not quite a level up, but a good chunk of XP there. I'm gonna try to just finish this up rather than continuing to harvest from the central thing. This is the last memory storage bot thing, which I think means this is the last time I'll have to come back here. Increase energy gain from converting memories. Recover all core memory data. Okay, so this is just bonus XP now for using this, I guess. I'm good. No, thank you. Okay, now I'm gonna go collect the engrams. Another archaeology level from this butterfly. Yeah. Archaeology 42. I got a letter. Everlight invitation. Proven myself to be somewhat adequate. Yeah. Mostly by like catching butterflies. Might get a level up here from 2 of the engrams I'm turning in. Yeah, there we go. Divination 97. I've got a few more to turn in after this, but I have to get the energy for them. And now I can make uncut onyxes, which is cool from all that onyx dust I've been getting from Archglacier. I got these 8 engrams charged up. I'm going to go turn them in. Will not get me to 98, but it should be a pretty big boost in divination XP. Glad I waited to do these until such a high level. Yeah, 67k each. 475k. I'll take it. That's a good chunk of the way to 98. I think I'm about to get a prayer level here before I head out to do Black Knights. Enemy Forest just became available. Yeah, there it is. Prayer 72. Over here working on Black Knights. Shouldn't take more than an hour, I don't think. Hey, just got master rank here. Fortunately, you actually get a pop-up for that one. I am never going to kill these guys again. That was very slow. I guess it's much faster than it is in old school. Go buy out that shop now. All right, knocking out Eagle's Peak really quick so that I can get this necklace for bird nests. As far as I know, it's the same as the previous, as old school RuneScape, so I'll just let you know when I'm done. I'm excited for later in this quest when you make the eagle outfit for this guy, if they've even bothered to update it. Kind of delightfully straightforward, actually. Yeah, so this quest was basically the same. The one change is at the end, instead of giving you the ability to do box traps, which everyone can just do, it gives you ferrets, which you use to catch rabbits, which is why I'm doing this. All right, turning in the quest here. Done. Capture ferrets with box traps and use them to flush rabbits from rabbit holes. So I think I only need 1 rabbit. I just need to get a rabbit foot. All right, catching rabbits for the first time. Trying at least. That might be enough. Just need 1 rabbit foot. Let's see. Might want to get another one for a divination potion, but I guess that no longer matters. It mattered a couple levels ago, but now that I don't have anything to boost to, I don't really care. I probably should have done this a long time ago, like right when I started doing AFK woodcutting, but whatever. Strong rabbit foot. That's fine. Start using that when I do woodcutting now. So this is probably going to be my home again here soon. The weekend's almost over, so I'm going to get back on working on the chunk account. I'll just be doing this in dailies. We'll see what it actually does in terms of increasing the bird nest drop rate. New day again. I'm about to get a pretty important level here. 90 farming. This will let me unlock the next Cruxacall buff, the one that lets you plant more herb seeds at once, so I should be able to max it out a little bit faster. I've been saving the points for this. Plant power tier 3. I can plant up to 7 seeds in an herb patch. I need 110 farming for the next one, which is a long ways off. I don't really care about any of these other upgrades. I just want to get them done so that I don't have to keep track of daily herbs anymore, which it's pretty possible, especially if I can plant 7 herbs at a time. That's a pretty significant number of points whenever it actually features one of the cheap herbs that I can get from Vinesweeper. Yo, I'm reporting in. Been working on the chunk accounts, just been AFKing woodcutting. Just wanted to comment that I have the 3rd Imcondo hatchet fragment now. So I just need one more, which is pretty exciting. I'm just going to keep chopping away. Have some time here. I'm waiting for another shooting star to land. I only have like 60 minutes for it to drop, so I might pop out and get that totem of navigation, since it's going to affect all of my port journeys. I also have to find like 20 more ancient zygomites. Got the first totem piece. Second one, I have to chop down the overgrown idol, and the last one, I just need to go do more zygomites. See if I can knock this out before the shooting star spawns. I have like 36 minutes. I'm over here at these jungle vines. This might even be a training method. I'm not sure. I have no idea how many times you have to chop it to get in to check on the thing. The XP for this is pretty good, and it's like reasonably AFK, especially the dense jungle. I don't know if I have to cut literally all of these or if I can just go straight into the center of the idol. I guess we'll find out. Oh, geez, I gotta mine this, or I gotta chop this whole thing. This probably would have been really easy if I had done it when Anachronia came out, but this is gonna take like an hour, I think. I think my shooting star is gonna spawn before I finish, so you might not see me finish this. I'll report afterward. It took like 30 minutes. So I don't have to chop the full outside ring, but I'm currently chopping down the idol. Somebody else just showed up. Great timing, bud. Been great to see you 20 minutes ago. Okay. There's a woodcutting level up. That's nice. Search the idol. Got the base. Now I just have to go find 20 more zygomites. Actually, that idol gave me a woodcutting XP bonus, so I guess I'll go use that up really quick at Acadia Logs before I do the rest of this. That's kind of annoying. This should be my last zygomite for the Totem of Navigation. There it is. All right, so I'm going to combine that and go set it up. I think I want to go all the way north, I guess. There's a spot for it. It's not too far from here. So really annoying that you have to do that once per week, but whatever. Placing the Totem of Navigation. I may as well just do the rest of my weeklies here. I'm getting close to the reset. It's insane how huge these are. It's very funny. All right, ritual completed. Trying to get my weeklies out of the way, getting this herblore lamp here. Don't think it's gonna get me a level up. Yeah. Herby Werby's pretty good XP, but it's nowhere near a level up. It's like 19k per week. All right, let's see what we got from Meg here. I'll take prayer. It's an annoying skill to train. 27k. I've done all my weeklies except the ones having to do with lamps and bonus XP, so I'm gonna quickly try to squeeze out an extra summoning level so I get a little bit more XP out of the other weeklies. I guess what we're making here is Ravenous Locusts, which I might actually use for combat. I haven't had very many good combat familiars in the process of leveling up here, and I think this might technically count as one. I don't know. Either going to be a level up or just barely short of a level up. That's just barely short. Okay. This should be 71 summoning. There it is. All right, so now I'm going to do penguins. I'll use that lamp, see how close that gets me to 72, and then maybe do 72. Did it just say you unlocked XX Parrot? That's pretty good. Yeah, perfect. Lots of good Monty Python references in this British game. All right, this is my first time being able to check this penguin in Tyrannon, so that's nice. Opening these, well, using these huge lamps on summoning, of course. Pretty good, 55k XP, and that should be able to squeeze out one more level before I get my bonus XP from Fort 4 and 3 and Agaroth. This should be 72 summoning? Yeah, all right, and I'm gonna get my bonus XP. Wrapping up my last weekly here. Throw that on summoning. And right now I'm getting about 2 summoning levels per week. I'm probably gonna not be able to keep that up pretty soon as the XP cost gets higher and higher, but I can do it for now. I'm continuing my insanely lucky streak of being able to do Archglacier every single day for my Reaper task. It's great. Finally have enough points to get the boost ship stats by 3% and seafaring by 2%. Upgrade. I still have a bunch of upgrades to pick up. Okay, I'm not gonna be able to do these anytime soon. I think the last thing I have, I've got a workshop, which I require 2,000 bamboo, and the refurbished bar, which I'm gonna work on now, and then I'll work on the bamboo. All right, finally I have enough tensile parts to upgrade the spring cleaner. I think this is the last level I honestly care about. I don't really want to use this to auto alch stuff or any of the things that actually cost charges or resources. Disassembly mode seems like it's completely free, and that's what I want to use it for, so I'm just going to turn that on. Still getting archaeology level ups from Gothic's butterflies. Eventually I'll get so many level ups that something else will be my lowest skill, I guess. Keeping up my crazy streak here. I got Arch Glacier again. It's like 8 or 9 days in a row or something. Whoops, recording got borked a little bit there. I got 70 Slayer from that Reaper task, which is kind of a cool threshold given I've done very little Slayer training. I'm just continuing to work on dailies here. Picking up my Zamorak bird over here. Yeah, Zamorak Hawk. Okay, I'll do the Ceradomin one later. Here comes a wood cutting level. I'm still doing most of this off recording here while I work on my chunk account. 307k to 85. I've been monitoring wood cutting slightly more closely because I'm pretty excited about getting the Imcondo hatchet. I just need one more piece. Anytime a bird's nest drops, I get pumped. Oh, pop-up got dismissed, but I just unlocked the Bull region from player-owned ports, so all kinds of new things now. Just had a daily turnover, so I'm going to see if I get any new units to recruit that require it. Yeah, there we go. Well, I'm not going to use her, but maybe I will. Is she just a regular seafarer? No, she's a soothsayer. That's a different kind of crew member. Maybe I'm going to get lucky and get a single actual crew member that uses Jade. No. I'm going to get a Sea Dog. That's fine. I happen to just get enough resources to do the refurbished bar, so I'm going to do that. And I don't think I need cherry wood for anything other than these upgrades that are going to require Jade. It's going to be a while until I can spend Jade on anything other than crew members and ship upgrades. I probably don't want to bother with getting these bamboo now because I'm going to want to use all my time on getting Jade. Okay, just popping in from my chunk account to siphon my Dragon Axe, which just got to level 12 again. This should actually give me a level this time. I also siphoned it once without getting a level up. There we go. Invention 74, which lets me research some components. I guess I'll do that really quick. I can't get them yet. I think I get these from Farming God Wars Dungeon, which I'm going to have to do a lot of for Necromancy, apparently. But also, I don't think I'm supposed to use these components at all until I'm like have Ancient Invention unlocked, which is a very long ways away. Good XP for discovering these, though. Hey, so I got crazy lucky here. I keep making these Sentinel outfit pieces as I get the fragments for it, just to see if I happen to get one of the 3 full outfits early, and I did. I have the full Maple Sentinel outfit, which is really cool. I'll get to use that for a bit until I finish the actual full outfit. Let me go ahead and equip it here. Okay, got it in my inventory. Here's what it looks like. Pretty cool looking. 5% woodcutting success rate, increased bird nest and crystal geo drop rate. Option to sometimes burn logs when cut. Teleport to woodcutting locations 5 per day. Success rate's really good, as is the bird nest. That's really, really, really important. Configure. Your outfit is set to receive all logs cut. Yeah, I'll consume logs for fire making XP. Why not? I don't think it's inheriting the XP boost from the lumberjack outfit until I have the master set, but this is probably better to use until I get the master set. So I'll just switch to using this for now. It's a pretty cool animation when you burn a log. I'm just going to record here for it to pull. There it is. That's pretty cool. I dig it. So I'm probably going to end up getting some fire making levels out of this while I'm AFK. It's not a ton of fire making XP per hour, but it's more than 0. So I'll just report progress while I'm still working on the junk account. Well, I got fire making 55. I'm just playing around with it to see if I get lucky and happen to get this final hatchet fragment piece. It's supposed to go up. The chance of getting it's supposed to go up for every bird nest you get. And 44 archaeology from Gothic's butterflies. I should figure out what level I started at before I clicked my first butterfly. It's been pretty crazy. The woodcutting 85, which let me chop bloodwood trees. There it is. But I need to have, I think with the way bloodwood trees works is you need to be able to like fletch them as soon as you chop them, otherwise they're pointless. So I'll have to get my fletching level up. I'm starting to buy broad arrow tips to hopefully train my fletching a little bit. Yo, it's a new day, new dailies. I don't actually need the medium dinosaur pen, but I want to go ahead and buy it so that I can continue to accrue the resources. I'm having some capture card flickers, weird. So I'm just going to go build it and then set my resources to reaccrue. Never mind, you need 80 construction. I don't have. Well, it was only like 500 beans. Okay, I should hit 98 divination here. There it is, 98. One more level. Slightly less than 2 weeks of this now, and I'll be done forever. Never have to do Gothic's caches. I am So pumped for that. I can't tell you how exciting that is. Okay, I have a pretty important mission here. I usually don't report my player unport stuff because it's, you know, the same thing over and over, just with different tiers of resources. But this will unlock a new crew member. I had like a 95% chance of success. Whew, I got that real early. I took a risk on it. Oh, that's right. The reason it was a 96 or 7% chance of success is I used 2 powder kegs and 2 Sea Singer's Cries on it. So I was pushing it a little bit, but it looks like it gave it to me, so that's cool. These voyages are starting to take like 6 hours, which is getting pretty brutal. Let's see if this Archglacier streak continues. I might have enough points now. No, I need 250 points to get the extra Slayer XP. I will pick that up when I can. Come on, big money. It's not Archglacier, but it's comparably easy. I'll just do King Black Dragons. Oh, hey, I got a King Black Dragon head. I don't know what that does in this game. Look it up. Or even what the drop rate is. Yeah, it looks like the KBD head's kind of lame in RS3. Just, you can mount it in your POH like in old school, but it doesn't like let you recolor the Slayer helm or anything like that. Oh well. Yeah, high alks for 30k. I need to like start saving bank space. Like, it's been a problem, but it's really becoming a problem now. I've got like less than 20 spaces left. Okay, I finished up my dailies. I gotta get back to the chunk account. It's pretty slow going right now. I'm gonna chop some trees here just to see if I get lucky and get the Imkondo hatchet fragment. Would be really nice. But I'm almost certainly gonna get a bunch of fire making levels while I'm away because the fire making XP seems pretty fast and it's a skill that I've like not touched at all. So I'll just end up reporting how far that takes me. There's fire making 56. I think I'm going to get a total of 5 bird's nests and see if any of them have the last hatchet fragment. And then I'll switch to my chunk account. I should mention that last time I was woodcutting, I maxed out the main Menifos City reputation, which is supposed to give you a bonus, but only if you have a magic carpet pet, which requires maxing out a single city faction. I really don't want to work too hard on maxing out factions before I've done the quests that make you gain more faction, right? I just want to get the skilling buffs right now. That's all I really care about. I have the one for the port. I'm close to the one for Imperial District. It's one more rank to go. I don't know if I care very much about the merchant one. I might do the sandstone one next. We'll see. Fire making 57. I haven't gotten my 5 bird nests yet. Also, I'm going to pop out here soon. I have another herb today that's the featured herb for Cruxicol favor. I'm trying to just get all the rewards from that so I don't have to like plant herbs ever again except when I actually want them. All right, just got my 5th bird nest, so I'm gonna go do these herbs and then I'm gonna start working on my junk account. So leading off on 57 fire making and 85 wood cutting. Okay, I have 41k favor. I feel like these incense upgrades are like way overpriced for what they are, but I just want to spend it. I'm probably not going to make incense for a very long time unless I get access to like noted demon ashes or something. This one seems more useful, so I'll pick that guy up first. I'm going to save up to get everlasting incense and then buckets all the way down, and then I'm just going to bank 25k for plant power 4 whenever I hit farming. Was it like 110 or something? Yeah, the goal is to just do enough of this that I don't have to pay attention to the daily herb ever again. That would be fantastic. Oh, my cat stepped on my mouse and stopped me from recording while I was trying to record there. I got a level 91 farming. You can see it there at the bottom. I might just be at an insane luck streak, but I get this pop-up like all the time. It's really, really good. Excellent thing to pick up. I still can't afford, yeah. I might be able to get the extra XP after today. Okay, finished up that Archglacier task, and I do have enough points to get the Reaper Scroll for extra Slayer XP. And then after that, I don't think I particularly care about most of these. I'll have to look into like an Ironman buy order. There's one that's like better than it appears to be. Ring of Death or something, I don't know. Hey, so since I'm back to report now and just did all my dailies, I'm doing a little bit of woodcutting to finish up a stream task before I switch back to my chunk account. I got the woodcutting pet. Okay, Woody, sure. And I'm woodcutting 86, fire making 63 is what's happened while I've been working on old school. Oh hey, I just got the Imperial District skilling boost, which is what I was going for, which is supposed to significantly increase the chop success rate here at Acadia trees. I think the one that's going to matter the most next is probably the mining boost, because I am going to have to do a bunch of sandstone at some point in this account, so I'm going to start working towards that. I guess I could also just stay on one of these districts that I've already got the skilling boost on and try to get the magic carpet pet, but I think the amount of reputation you need for that is like absurd. Fire making 64, I'm just continuing to do this until I get my work done. Fire making 65. Well, just hit level 12 on the hatchet. I was really hoping that I would get the final Imcondo fragment before hitting 12 again, but I've been really unlucky with this fourth piece. I'm going to go ahead and siphon it. Come back to this. Actually, I think I could just siphon from here. I don't know if there's anything at the next invention level that would matter anyway. Siphon, thank you. Invention 75. Oh, small gizmo bag. I'll go discover it later. Archaeology 45. It's like 15 levels from Gothic's Butterflies or something crazy. Woodcutting 87. Oh my goodness, I think I finally got the last piece of the hatchet. Let's see here. Not sure, it's an icon I don't recognize, which is why I think that's what it is. Empty. Bird's nest. No, it's a raven egg. Ah, boo. I didn't even know I could get those. That sucks. Never mind. Fire making 66. You know I got another Arch Glacier task. I haven't been able to keep up the streak completely. I did have to re-roll and get some reduced Reaper points for today, but still pretty nice to be able to do this one because it's brainless. Okay, dailies are done. I'm popping back onto the other computer so I can work on my chunk account. 87 woodcutting, 66 fire making. I'll come back and report how far I take this. Really just want to do this until I get the Imcondo fragments. That's kind of the soft goal at the moment. All right, y'all, pumping off the chunk account for real to report. I do finally have the last Imcondo hatchet fragment, and I'm pretty sure that's what that is. It's not a raven egg this time. Really exciting stuff. I don't have enough money to build it. I think you need to have 1,000,000 GP and a red berry pie. So I'm going to have to pop over to Arch Glacier and just AFK it for a bit until I have enough GP. But yeah, there's Imcondo hatchet fragment 4. I have all 4 of them. I'm going to go gear up to do Arch Glacier. I'm not going to record any of it. I might report if I get any level ups. I did get to 67 fire making on the other computer and no woodcutting levels yet. But the plan is to make this and then use it for a little bit. And then I might start switching off of Acacia trees. I was mostly sticking to these because they seem to have a really good drop rate on bird nests, but I no longer care about bird nests after picking this up. The main thing I'm interested in now is getting enough logs to make everything else that I'm eventually going to need to make at Fort 4 and 3. I think I've got enough Acacia logs to hold me over for simple parts and arrow shafts for the foreseeable future. I went crazy dry on that. It took forever to get. Okay, I finished running Arch Glacier, got plenty of money. Gonna go ahead and siphon my dragon hatchet to get the XP off of it that's currently on there, which isn't terribly much. Then I'm gonna dissolve the augment, which is gonna lose Hone 3, Refine 2, but I should be able to get that back without too much trouble. Turn back into a dragon hatchet. That's fine. Gizmos are destroyed. Oh well. All right, now I just have to go talk to Thurgo to build this, I believe. Here talking to Thurgo. Part of an ancient Imcondo hatchet. These do. I need a dragon hatchet, 1,000,000 coins, and a red berry pie. I have those things with me now. Sweet. Obtain an Imcondo hatchet. I'm going to go ahead and augment it. I'm going to get the gizmos for it. Fortunately, I went to all that trouble to get attack to 80, because you need attack 80 to wield it. Looks pretty cool. It's teensy tiny. Okay, I should have enough tool gizmo shells here. I have an actual reasonable chance to get honed 4. I probably have plenty of materials to attempt it. I've got 1,000,000 sharp components. Okay, I might end up using furnace too. I have to double check what the options are for furnace. Hey, there's honed 4. All right, sweet. Yeah, I won't have as easy of a time gambling for refined, so I might just give this a try or two. It's a lot harder for me to come by enhancing components. I got it on the first try. Okay, no complaints from me. I think furnace is probably better for XP, but I kind of like how extra AFK refined makes it, so stick with that. Looking pretty cool. Best hatchet in the game. All right, I'm going to use that and get back to some woodcutting off recording. 87 woodcutting, 67 fire making. Let me figure out where I want to go woodcut. I'm probably going to make a whole bunch of porters because I want to get all the materials I need for the rest of Fort 4 and 3. Okay, I've done all the math based on what I have in my bank. I need 474 mahogany logs, 794 yew logs, 1,418 magic logs, and 2,400 elder logs. So that's going to be my new AFK working on Chunk Man account task. think I can do U out here. I have to figure out locations for everything else. I think the U's I'm not going to have to build porters for, so I'm going to try to handle all the stuff that's not going to require porters first. Turning off the fire, making XP from this now since I actually do need the logs, and I think I can just freely deposit them here. Is this just an infinite bank chest? Yeah, looks like it. I guess I'll end up doing this on a legacy world just to not have any players around. Okay, I'll be back to report my woodcutting levels after doing this for an extremely long time. I'm just really excited to have this hatchet finally. I wouldn't mind getting a second one. If I get enough fragments for a second one, I'll go farm Rex for another dragon hatchet. Hey, over here back recording. As you can see, I have the upgraded Sentinel outfit. I got enough fragments for it. I was expecting to get a notification when I had enough, but I guess if you start making the pieces early, it doesn't warn you and continues to give you currency that you can't use anymore. I also just barely hit 88 woodcutting. I missed clicking off the tree in order to record it. So yeah, we got 88. We got this thing. The main reason I wanted to record here was to try out this spawn evil tree, which I think kind of works like a divine location, but that doesn't count against my divine location requirements, and also doesn't give me any resources. It just gives you a bunch of XP. Okay, it's very strange, but it's cool to have this full set. This is like my first elite skilling outfit was the mining one, which is pretty boring. This one has a ton of ridiculous benefits, like getting more bird nests and 7% increased success rate and 20 teleports per day. It's really, really good. Okay, wrapping up my dailies for a new day. Something I want to do here, I'm gonna have to do a bunch of divination wisps anyway, and I think that aside from getting slower fragment rate, I may as well try to reduce the number of Guthix caches I have to do. I have 23 of these cache boosts in my bank. So I'm just going to add this as a thing I might do when I'm not recording. Just start burning through these cache boosts and get as much incandescent energy as I can and see how much XP that squeezes out. It's such a small amount of XP when you turn off XP depositing to the pool, but it gets me closer to 99. That's fewer caches I have to do. In the short term, though, I did finish getting... I have enough U logs to finish the fort, so now I have to do mahoganies. I'm going to grab some porters for that and do it in Karamja with the 2 new trees they added. And magic. I haven't decided where to do the magic logs yet, but that'll probably be off recording. I'm starting at 88 woodcutting, just making some more porters. I'm using these memory shards. I think it's more efficient per inventory slot to make the porter 4s, because 20 received items is more than enough. Like, I get that you can... I got one of these from a divine imp. I get why you might want a Sign of the Porter 6 if you've got items to spare on it, but the extra 10 items per slot, I mean, it already seems if you have a full inventory of Porter 4s that's ridiculous. Hey, I'm just popping in over here. I did get a woodcutting level 89. Currently working on gathering the magic logs I'm going to need to finish Fort Farin 3. I'm all done with U logs and close to being done with magic logs. I am checking in because my hatchet is up to level 12 here, so let me go ahead and siphon it. Oh, that's way more experience. Interesting. I didn't realize that scaled based on the level of the item you were, because it also got to level 12 way faster than the dragon hatchet did. All right, I'm not going to complain about that. That seems pretty great. Yeah, invention 76, and I'm reasonably close to 77. So I just got an item at Archglacier called a Dark Nihilus. I'm doing my daily. Don't know if I can do anything with this by itself, but I'll look it up. Oh, I eventually need 56 of them to make items. Okay. Man, it would be nice to just have some bosses that just drop stuff that I can use. All right, I've got a crystal key here. What do we get? Nothing. Get my weeklies out of the way. Get an herblore lamp here. Herblore 66. Got a Slayer XP lamp here from Meg. Slayer 71. Okay, I'm still working through my chunk account. It's now 2 weeks in and I'm not even halfway done with it. The new forestry update in old school RuneScape has made it take way longer. So I'm just going to be AFKing Archglacier for at least until my vampirism aura drops out and see how much money I end up getting. If I end up finishing that and don't get a chance to check in, my current goal is to get to 90 woodcutting so I can start doing elder trees. I need to do elder trees for Fort 4 and 3. Hey, you know it's a new day, which means new dailies. My Reaper task today is Kalphite Queen, who I think I can actually fight now, so I'm going to give that a try. I'm just going to try to put some gear together for it. I have to assume she's easier on RS3 because of all the changes to combat, but I guess I'm about to find out. I guess one thing that makes her easier is I can teleport straight to her. Yeah, I don't know if I need a rope for this anymore. I'm guessing... Oh, do I still need a rope? That's actually kind of impressive if I do. Maybe I only ever need to place it once. All right, trying that again. The rope this time. That's kind of crazy for RS3. Uninstanced. Guess I'll protect mage. Still stuck's really bad. I fight her a lot in my junk account, so yeah, this is still going pretty fast though. I think it's the way they've changed defense that makes her more tolerable, because like it seems like she still blocks some attacks, but it's nowhere near like OSRS where every attack misses because her defense is so ridiculously high. She actually seems, well, at least her first phase seems comparable to like the King Black Dragon. I like the new models for her though, she looks cool. Probably need to change my defaults to use my single target action bars instead of my AoE action bars here, but whatever. I wonder if we can just come in here with Necromancer and fuck her up. I think they made her protection prayers quite a bit more literal than they are in OSRS, where it's just like an increase to defense, but you can still use the other attack styles when she changes forms just fine. Alright, I got a kill. That's interesting that the Guardians die. Huh. We get not enough items to warrant opening the looting tab. Okay. Just got law runes, I think. 134 law runes is a cool drop, but... Alright, well, I'll get the rest of my kills here, I guess. On my last kill here, the loot has been really bad, given how long it takes. Medium spiky rune salvage, 10 fire talismans, medium blunt rune salvage, and 272 law. Well, I guess it's actually just the 180 law runes, because the drop counter in this game is kind of ass. That includes other law rune drops from elsewhere. I guess I got some charms. I'm probably gonna have to leave partway through this last kill and come back, but I guess I won't skip Kalphite Queen if I get her in the future, because she is doable. She just sucks. Oh, that's nice. I was able to get the last kill without having to warp out. There you go. 5 KQ kills. Wood cutting 90 from this little evil tree. I also got fire making up to 69 the last time I was working on this. So now that I'm woodcutting 90, once I finish my dailies, I want to go check out what the elder tree loop looks like, because I think you have to do, you get like 5 minutes per elder tree and you have to teleport between them in like a loop. So I'll show that off on the recording, and then I'll probably spend most of my time while I'm working on my chunk account gathering elder logs for the fort. All right, this is the last day of the week, so I gotta finish up my weeklies, which means probably getting 2 summoning levels. So I'm gonna warp in to make a bunch of these ravenous locust pouches. I'll get 1 level up, and then I'll go do penguins. Okay, summoning's starting to get really expensive and really slow. This might be the last cycle where I squeeze out a level. I might just have to start doing the lamp from penguins and the bonus XP directly. But I do want to spend the bonus XP. I mean, there's no point in just sitting on it forever. We'll see. I guess maybe what I could just do is just spend all the bonus XP and then use the lamp. That's kind of the objective here, is to just get as much use out of it as possible instead of letting it sit to when it becomes less relevant. It's really comical looking at how many charms I'm sitting on, how I went from, oh my god, summoning is impossible to train because I have no access to charms, to I have charms for the rest of my life. Like, I feel like they should maybe make some of the early game summoning recipes just not use charms at all, or make them have a charm that you can reuse or something. There's summoning 73. That was really expensive and took a long time. So I'm going to stop doing force training except to burn through all of my bonus XP, I think. Let's go do penguins and Agaroth and all that fun stuff. I finished all my penguins. I'm picking up the lamps now. Just rub all of them, throw them all on summoning. Eventually I need to switch to Herblore because I think long term it's going to be more annoying to train, but while money is a problem, I think summoning is still correct. That is not a level up. It's only halfway to a level up. Okay. So let me go get my bonus XP now. Okay, I'm getting ready to go check out Elder Trees. I'm going to make all of these. I previously crafted a bunch of diamond necklaces and then didn't have a high enough divination level to make the porters. So I'm going to make those all into porters. And I can't do any chunk account work today because I have to get some stream work done. So I'm just going to use the Elder Trees as an opportunity to do that. I have to collect so many Elder Logs. This sucks pretty bad. You need 2,400 Elder Logs, which is the most out of any log, and it's apparently the most annoying to try to collect. This is just a consequence of them changing the way Fort Forestry works, so this is probably going to be my life whenever I'm doing anything AFK in RS3. I expect that's going to take an extremely long time. Okay, so I think the lap is Yanil, Varrock, Edgeville. I guess I'll do Edgeville first since I just teleported here, and then just keep looping around. I'm going to do one lap of this, and then I might pop out to try to make some... I haven't been using woodcutting urns for a while. I guess this is like a true 5 minutes of AFK. Like, I think once I click on this, I could set a timer on my phone and go, like, take out the trash. So if that's the case, it's not as good as some of the other better sources of AFK in the game, but if I can rely on it being 5 minutes, that's pretty helpful. Okay, first tree ran out. I guess I'll do Yanil next. I didn't even make it through a single porter on that first tree, which is kind of a bad sign. Maybe it makes more sense for me to bank rather than use porters for this. I mean, obviously, if I had the wood box, I would just bank every time I go to Edgeville, but I do not have a high enough wood box to bank stuff. So I guess after I get through this first porter, I might see what happens if I just chop the wood and then manually bank it whenever I run out. Kind of a worst of all worlds situation where I definitely fill my inventory, but only just barely. I mean, I guess I can switch trees every time I fill my inventory because I think the 5 minute countdown is still happening whether or not the tree depletes. Well, I'm actually not sure about that. Let me experiment with doing it that way though. And I could also try to grind out 90 fletching to be able to make the Elder Wood box, but I don't think that's happening. Alright, I'm out of time for today. I did not get any woodcutting levels from all of that. I'm getting pretty close to a level 12 hatchet. Just to report on how many logs I got. This isn't quite as bad as I thought it was going to be, but it is going to be like a week of woodcutting or something. Oh, several days of woodcutting. I have 738 Elder Logs. I need 2,400. And that represented many hours of just non-stop chopping, so... I definitely do not need to use porters for this. My bank or my inventory rarely fills up before the tree depletes, and when it does, I just go and bank and move to the next tree, and it's usually close enough. So yeah, that'll just be my main activity now, so long as I don't have something else active to work on. Alright, that concludes the episode. We had a lot of new candy loop items that I was able to start and immediately complete. In next episode, I'll finally hit 99 divination, meaning I'll never need to do Guthix caches ever again, so look forward to the celebration from that. And it's hard looking at runtime, but we might be able to fit in me unlocking Necromancy next episode. Once I unlock Necromancy, I go extremely hard on it because I wanted to get in a bunch of training before a giant nerf to Ritual XP. So we might get a few episodes in a row that are just Necromancy and Necromancy adjacent content after the next one. So as usual, thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye.